Good morning, everyone. So today I'm going to head down to the Bighorn River. Enjoy that engine braking that you guys can probably hear. I'm going down to the Bighorn River. It's gonna be pretty hot today. But I'm gonna do it. We're gonna go down there. I'm in tank top, jean shorts, tank top and my jean shorts. So that'll be plenty enough for me today. But yeah, super excited. Not really for the heat, but I'm excited to see, I guess, how trout handle the heat, or what they do, or how they act. So stay tuned. Down to the Bighorn yet again. It is 91 degrees out. My AC decided that it was going to stop working this week in the 100-degree heat over here in Montana. So that's really awesome. Right now it is working. So we're just cherishing it with the windows up till I know on my way back my truck's going to sit in the sun and then it will kick out again. We just entered the Crow Reservation, so I'm about 30 minutes out of 3 Mile. That's where I'm gonna go again, because I like 3 Mile and it's easy to navigate. But I'm gonna explore a lot more today. So walk around. I have a lot of time, so we're gonna do that. And so last night I was looking at some of the fishing reports for the Bighorn, and PMDs are hatching. I have a couple of those in my fly box. Using black caddis in the afternoon might work. I don't have any, but we'll see. Using a woolly bugger, those have been pretty good apparently. Perdigons have been good. Worms have been good, but mostly PMDs. They're hatching right now, so that's the new craze for the trout at the moment. So I think I'm gonna start off with just that nymphing setup that I have been doing, is just with the woolly bugger on the top and then the red stripped Perdigon at the bottom, and then just seeing where that goes from there. If I do start seeing fish rise, then I'll change it up. But I did also watch a lot of just videos yesterday by like the Orvis. Those are great videos. They teach you different types of casts, different types of ways to set up your line, just a bunch of different things that are super cool and that I enjoy about it. And then there's, I forget the name of this channel, but it has different modules, and it can teach you different, like the life cycle of an insect and what is the difference between everything. Orvis was talking about yesterday, like when to throw a dry fly, what's the difference between them rising or them just kind of emerging to the surface, trout, and the different type of casts you can do, the different types of presentations you can, like how you can present the fly, and where to throw the fly, and all these things. I just thought it was really interesting and super good for me because I could like watch it and learn, and it made things a little easier for me to understand. chart on one of the blogs that I was on that shows the different hatches for the different insects and stuff that are there, but it gives you the month January through December, and then it gives you the insects, and then it has it blocked out when they're hatching and like when they're gonna grow. I don't know if that's universal for every river in Montana or every river in general, which I don't think it is. It could just be a case for the bighorn, but yeah, that was a super helpful chart to see. Also, update on the reel. Now that my truck is out of AC, I don't really have money to buy a reel, you know? But I've decided that I'm going to change up my answer on what reel I want to get. I'm going to get the Lamson reel. I forget what it's called, but it's the Lamson brand. It has a sealed drag. I'm pretty sure it's what it's called. So if I ever wanted to go fishing in saltwater with it, I could. Not that I'm going to do that anytime soon, but if I wanted to, I could, you know. But it also will only be a 5-6 weight, 4, 5, 6 weight, I think. So I don't really know what I could fish for in saltwater on that weight. I would probably be more inshore doing that. Anyways, it's $150. I just was talked into it. I mean, I heard a lot of people, more than one person told me about the Lamson reel and how they liked it better than the Orvis Clearwater reel, which was the one I was looking at. So I was like, okay, let me go look at it at Cabela's and see what I like about it, and I did, and I was like, you know what, this might be it, and this might be the reel that I want. So once I get my AC fixed, then I'll go do that. Because the reel I have now works fine. Just is not ideal, but it gets the job done. This is the first spot that I'm going to set up at. I see a bunch of trout rising, especially down towards that way. But you can kind of see them all in here on this stuff. What I have set up is that is at the bottom. I don't even know if you can see it. I have a little that at the bottom, and then this about halfway up, and then my foot I'm going to be fishing with for the first couple casts, see if they don't want it, but they're emerging and they're jumping, so I might just switch it over to a dry fly or something else, so keep you updated. So I moved to a different spot. This is what it looks like right here. And I saw one trout swimming around in here. There are some emerging, but I put a PMD on and then I lost it. So that was awesome. Because I was trying to practice a different type of cast for presentation and I lost it. So that kind of sucks, but I'm not gonna tie on a new fly yet. I'm just gonna walk down and just see if I can figure out what they're eating and just kind of watch them. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. So now I'm at this part of the river. It's open. There's a lot of fish rising, and I had one bite on my fly that I'm throwing right now. It's kind of a mix between a PMG. I don't know what it's called. It's just a little more hairier is what it is, because I lost my last PMG and I don't have any more. And then this is kind of the same color as a lot of the stuff that's floating on top of the water and around the same size, so I thought I'd throw it. But no one's really wanting it. I also don't know if I'm placing my cast in the right spot. I might need to be going a little farther out. But I'm just gonna walk down the river just a little farther down that way. You can see a lot. I mean, I don't know if you saw that one jump right there, but there's a lot of fish rising. Normally they're rising kind of right in front of me right here, but I don't know if I just can't get my line out far enough or if they just don't want what I'm trying to feed them. So I'm gonna cast a little longer with this one, and if I still have no luck, I'm gonna change to a different fly. I don't know if you can see it, but that's what I'm throwing. I don't know if that's focusing or not, but that's what I'm throwing. So, but beautiful area, still having fun, and I'll keep you guys updated. So I just keep moving around the backside of this little island right here. And I don't think I have the right dry fly. I think I did, but then I lost it. But because they just weren't taking anything I was trying to throw, so I switched back to my nymph setup with the spectator fly, merger fly, or indicator fly. What's it called? And then there's like a little percheron at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. But with my strike indicator, I actually did have one hit on this, and I didn't realize it. I wasn't ready for it. It was like when I was pulling my rod back to cast again, that's when it hit. So I think I set the hook too hard. It kind of sucks, but it's okay. And my my drag was way too low, high. Came out too fast. So I just keep kind of moving her down, casting, moving down, casting. Hopefully by the end of the day I get at least one fish. If not, we'll see. And I'll go back and do some more research on what they're eating and what they like, and find more flies that can mimic that a little better. So I'll keep you guys updated. To get frustrated. I am just a little bit, because it seems like no matter what I throw, no one wants it, and I don't know what to do. I think the safest bet right now is just to stick with what I have and just see, but it kind of just seems like they're picky today. I don't know. I truly do not know. But we're just gonna make the best of it. We're out here, it's a nice day. We're outside, and we'll see. All right, everyone. I did not end up catching anything. Had 2 bites though. That was exciting. The first one I had, I think I pulled up too early, set the hook too early. And the second one I had, I didn't even realize I had a fish on. It was when I was pulling back to recast, and I think the fish hit it right then and there, and I think I ripped the hook out of its mouth. The first one was on with a dry fly. The second one was on my little nymph setup. Yeah, I'm definitely still learning. Definitely still learning a lot. It's just frustrating when you can see these trout rising and you can see them eating something, and you put on something that looks like what they're eating and they will not hit it. They're just not gonna hit it. They won't hit it. And you're going right over top of them. They're not hitting it. They're not trying to eat it. And it's frustrating when you see other people catching fish and you're like, well, what am I doing wrong? I've tried every fly in my box, it seems like, but I just can't seem to get anything on. It was just frustrating today. It was still super fun to be out there. Beautiful day today. Still is, I guess, in the 90s. It's cool to see them jump like that. I've never seen them, like, it was just like rise, 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 rise. It was really cool to see it. Every time I go out fishing, and it is just such an experience because it's something so different than what I grew up doing. But I think what I have a hard time with is when I pick something that I want to be good at and I am not catching on to it, and I am not becoming good at it in the time frame or the timeline that I want to become good at it, I start to get more frustrated in the sense of, well, I've been doing this for however many weeks now. I should be able to catch at least one fish. And the fact that I didn't even catch a fish today kind of hurts your pride a little bit. And not saying that I'm prideful, but you have to swallow your pride. You cannot go into something new thinking that you are just gonna pick it up on the spot, no matter how easy anyone makes it look. It's not that easy. And I say that to everyone that I know that is a fly fisherman. I'm like, I envy you guys. You guys catch 3 fish a day. And I'm like, oh, you guys only caught 3. But now I realize that it is a lot harder. And the only thing I can do is just learn and just keep learning and just keep trying to get better and just keep trying to understand what to throw when, what to look for. And there were these mayflies that they were eating. I was tracking them. I would watch a mayfly, and then I'd see a fish come up and eat it. And so then I had something that looked like a mayfly, but it could be that the fly was just tied just a little bit not correct, and it just sees a stray thing that, no, that's not a real one. That's not a real one. So it's just, it is just frustrating to not be able to catch anything and see other people have success too. Like I saw so many people catch fish today, and you just want to be like, oh, what are you throwing and all this stuff. But big reason why I'm out here is to learn. But I think I'm looking into is to maybe just biting the bullet and buying a guide, or finding someone that will take me that knows the river a little better. And just get some tips and tricks and see what they would throw at this time of year. And I think that's what I'm having a hard time with too, is like right now I had black caddis all over me. It was a black caddis hatch, but I didn't have any black caddis on me. And I don't know. It's just so hard. These trout are just very finicky, what I'm learning. And it's nothing like bass fishing. And I'm learning, definitely getting better. Regardless, I'm practicing my casting and placement of the fly, which is really nice. But you would think that with that you would want a fish to come with that, because you are working so hard at practicing all these things. But it just goes to show that it's not a guarantee. They don't call it catching, they call it fishing for a reason. And yeah, one day I'll be able to go out and understand more. But until then, I'm just gonna keep learning, I'm just gonna keep fishing, and I'm just gonna keep having fun. It's hard not to get frustrated, it's hard not to get down on yourself, but at the end of the day, just pick yourself back up, and it's not the end of the world. You're still outside, still a beautiful day, still gotta practice, still gotta meet cool people. And things I learned today, not to get down on yourself. What did I learn today? Not to get down on yourself. I guess that really was the main lesson today that I learned, was to keep trying different things. Keep trying different flies, see what works. Don't be afraid to try new flies. Yeah. And that fly fishing is not easy, but I've known that. But today I think was a very good indicator of that. but I might try to go out sometime this week. If not, I'll for sure be out here next weekend. And yeah, I'm just gonna go home, do some more research on what flies to throw during what time and what time of year, and if fish are doing this, what should I expect the fly to look like, or how to pick out a good fly to throw, and just keep learning stuff. So until next time, we'll catch you later.